Hi, my name is Fizzy. I really love My Little Pony Friendship is Magic. I love all its characters and how fun they all interact with each other. But truth be told, I never got past season 1 or 2 because my Little Pony addiction was mostly on YouTube, watching speed paints and things like Smile HD. But more importantly, it was Equestria Girls that I really watched. I watched every movie and I still listen to the music. What I'm trying to get at is, I really love Equestria Girls, so much so that I wanted to redesign them as a fun art exercise. And with that being said, let's start with our favorite star. Twilight is transported into an alternate universe after getting her crown taken by Celestia's former student, Sunset Shimmer. Now she has to get her crown back, but the only problem is she has none of her friends to help her out, and she's not a pony anymore. For Twilight's design, I really wanted to reflect how neat and clean she is. Also, those huge leg warmers she has on her feet, I love them so bad. I'm sorry, I'm a real sucker for those kinkles like they have in the first movie, and I wanted her to have a lot of stripe patterns to go with her hair. For the sketch, I gave her a long sleeve shirt with a collar and a cute vest with star buttons. I ended up scrapping the star buttons. For her bottom half, I gave her a maxi skirt with a bow belt, and also for her shoes, I wanted to give her some boots and some socks. But I ended up scrapping them because they just looked way too big. But I still kind of wanted the kinkle silhouette, so I gave her some Victorian styled shoes. And there's my Twilight design. I really hope you like it as much as I do. I'm kind of disappointed I didn't add the stripes to her long sleeve shirt, or the fact that I couldn't incorporate more stripe designs like I wanted to, but I still like her in the end. But now that she's done, let's move on to a kinder person. For my Fluttershy design, I wanted to go a little differently from the usual design you normally see. You know, the big cardigan, the long skirt. Not saying those design choices are bad or anything like that. I just really like how Moonlight Jewel did her Fluttershy design, so I'm going to take some inspiration from her. For the sketch, I gave her a short and puffy cardigan. Now I know what I just said about the big cardigan design, but I really wanted to hint to the flowy and softness of her design as a whole, which is probably why everybody gives her a big fluffy cardigan in the first place. But anyway, I gave her a kind of long sleeve shirt with a short skirt, and I gave her flats and thigh-high socks with a polka dot pattern at the top to resemble her shoes or socks in the original design. And that's my Fluttershy design. I hope you like her as much as I do. I'm very proud of her shirt detailing. It's very magical, it's very whimsy, very much friendship is magic.
You need to leave!
Sorry, that was pretty corny, but enough of my yapping. Let's move on to someone who brings laughter. For my Pinkie Pie design, I went all out for accessories and patterns. I really wanted her design to feel as fun as she is in the show, with lots of decor key elements and a hint of like 80s fashion, because in the show she has like her 80s fashion moments. And seeing Pinkie all decked out in Harajuku fashion never fails to make me happy. For the sketch, I gave her a short sleeve hoodie with a t-shirt to match, kind of like in her original design. And for her bottoms, I gave her a layered ruffle skirt with shorts underneath. As for her shoes, I gave her some sneakers with some really cute detailing. I did my big one with that. And I couldn't forget about all her cute accessories. Pinkie is always, without fail, the girl I most struggle with. I feel like I've drawn her at least 5 different times, and somehow each design I make, I end up hating it more than the last one. Maybe that says something about me as an artist, but thank goodness I'm pretty okay with how this one came out. And that's my Pinkie Pie design. I really hope you like her. Redesigning her always makes me want to rip out my eyelashes, but she's pretty okay for now. For now. But let's move on to an honest person at heart. For my Applejack design, I had a fun time with her, mostly because I rarely do anything country or like cowboy / cowgirl-ish. So when I was trying to figure out what direction to go in, I only thought of Hannah Montana from Disney Channel, and I also thought of Operetta from Monster High. For the sketch, I gave her a fancy button-up with a denim vest and shorts, and of course, cowboy boots. I also gave her an app belt along with her hat, her huge cowboy hat. Okay, I might have went back in and gave her a cute little bracelet because I started to feel like there wasn't enough on her. So I gave her a cute little bracelet with some cute little charms. Okay, I went back in again because I still wasn't pleased with her design, so I gave her shirt green detailings, kind of like in the original design, but just a little different, so it doesn't look like I just ripped off the original design. My Applejack design, I really love her design. I had a lot of fun with her, and holy moly, I'm very indecisive with my designs. I feel like I could have done more, but hey, I like it for now. But anyways, let's move on to a generous diva. For my rarity design, I wanted to lean more into Y2K fashion. Think of like Bratz and That's So Raven, even High School Musical, or 13, going on 30 if I'm stretching it. 2000 shows and movies, my beloved. For the sketch, I gave her a tube top with embroidered detailings, and as for her bottoms, I had to give her some capris. As for her shoes, I wanted to go all out. I seen these shoes on Pinterest that I really thought would be fun to draw, and I think that's the main reason why everyone's shoes are so detailed now, because I rarely do shoe detailings unless it's on my favorite OC. Another thing, I had a lot of fun with her makeup because I also rarely do makeup on any of my characters. There's my Rarity design. A side note, as much as I love my girl Rarity, as I was watching the movie for the script, the outfit she put Twilight in was so questionable. Like, oh my god, the wig. But anyways, let's move on to someone who's loyal. For my rainbow design, I went for the scene kid fashion, although I feel like she would dress up more like Killua from Hunter x Hunter, but I wanted to have fun, but I just really wanted her to look like a tomboy. For this sketch, I gave her a sleeveless top with her cutie mark design on it, and as for her bottoms, I gave her some simple shorts with a studded belt. As for her shoes, I gave her these chunky sneakers with wings on the sides. A side note, now that I look at them, they kind of remind me of Sora's shoes from Kingdom Hearts, or Sonic shoes. As for the accessories, I gave her some piercings and some cute bracelets, along with an arm warmer. And that's my rainbow dash design. For the first bit of the speed paint, I had a hard time with her pose and with like overall how she looked, but thank god I really like how she came out this time, and I really like the shading I did on her legs. So joyful. But now let's move on to the final character, the big bad of this story. For Sunset Shimmer, I had a really clear vision for her. I wanted her to feel as mean girl as possible, but like in a cunty way, like Regina George or that cat girl from Monster High. But Sunset is a redeemable character that I really like. As for the actual design, my vision came true and she looks so good in the sketch. I gave her a leather jacket paired with a yellow pale shirt. And as for her bottoms, I gave her a jean mini skirt, and for her shoes, I gave her some more leather by giving her some leather boots. I didn't give her too many accessories like the others, but a necklace that resembles her cutie mark. But I think I'm okay with that because there's so many gold things on her clothing, heavily on her shoes, so I think it makes up for it. And that's my Sunset Shimmer design. I really love her. I think I love her the most out of everybody. Like, she came out the exact way that I wanted her to come out, and she looked so good. I'm really happy with the shading and like the leather detailings I did. I'm just very happy about her design. I think I did my big thing with that. I think I did my biggest thing with that one. And that's the main 6 done. This art exercise whooped my butt for the past few months. I had to redo the first redesigns that I did because I felt so stuck to the original designs that I just didn't have fun anymore. I was doing this art exercise all summer long, and now it's October as I'm writing this, and it's just turned November as I'm doing this voiceover. But the redesigns are meant to, you know, be fun and change the whole character's vibe to the way you see them, you know? It sounds kind of corny in a way, but that's just what I think. Well, I'm done now. I really hope you liked my very first video. Sorry if it's not the best, it's my first time, but don't worry, I'll get better. There will be more. I really would like to do another Equestria Girls redesign soon, but I don't think I can handle a handful of redesigns right now. Like, I gotta cool it down. I have school projects and stuff, but I'm done yapping now.